It is Monday, December 27th, 2021. I am James, you are you, and we are here. I hope you had an enjoyable, a warm, and a Yuletide-filled weekend. If you're saying to yourself right now, as you watch this show live on Twitch along the information superhighway, and you're saying to yourself, I can't quite put my finger on it, but something seems different about James on this Monday night. Well, it might be because my Christmas trees are now unplugged. Is that what you were asking yourself? Well, that's one of the things. Is the other thing that I'm coming in a little bit removed, a little bit somber, a little bit, dare I say, dejected? Well, that's true too. And if your follow-up question is, well, James, how can a little cutie like you feel dejected, somber, and removed? Well, it's the same reason that my Christmas trees are now unplugged. Folks, the holiday season has come and gone just like that, depending on when you celebrate, whether you're very eager and you begin on the 1st of November, or you're someone like me that begins at the tail end of November. It is now come and gone with a blink and wink of an eye. All of that planning, preparation, excitement in one foul swoop has now gone by the wayside for another calendar year. And I have to say, it did not turn out the way that I and many people who enjoy this show would have hoped for. Sure, we got, I don't know, give or take 20 good days of the holiday season, and then our old pal COVID came in and said, no, change of plans. And look, I said it once, I'll say it a million times. When COVID cases go up, so do the viewers of this program. So there's a good and bad to it. And look, if there is no COVID, there is no at-home program. So, as they say, when one door closes, another door opens. And I'm a believer in walking through the door. Now, had things become really, really good in a post-COVID world, who's to say that this show would have found legs to continue into 2022? Well, here we go. It's only a couple days away from a brand new year where, spoiler, not much is going to change. But one thing that will most certainly not change is that we will be coming to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here on Twitch. And as we have our holiday hangover edition of the show, well, if you're going to do that, you have to load the show with great guests. If you're feeling a, as the French say, a malaise, such as I, you need to find great people to bring great energy to this program. And I believe that I've done that. Much later on, Joe Conto, who spent the holiday season in Mexico. That's right. While we were enjoying minus 22 weather, Joe was in a hot tub, perhaps with or without a bathing suit. Maybe he went in with a bathing suit and came out without a bathing suit. Also joining us for the first time in a long time, Lisa Palmieri, back on the show. One of the all-time legends of the at-home program is going to be joining us. But without any further ado, we have to welcome someone who generally, when he's here, appears at the tail end of the show. He has let me know in no uncertain terms, James, I need to be on right off the top because I have got an important announcement. So without any further ado, let's see what type of important announcement this is going to be, because there's only so much time left in the year to enjoy an important announcement. Please welcome Mr. Dimitri Kirez. Dimitri, happy holiday hangover.
Happy holiday hangover, James. How's it going?
I could be better.
You could be better. You're a little down, I could tell.
I'm a little down. I'm still a little bit under the weather. It's a cold that has got a cold grip on me.
I know.
I'm getting annoyed.
I know.
you're in the mailroom right now. It looks
Still
like
in the mailroom, buddy. Yeah, I got
Yep.
I got tons of mail to go through. I mean, listen, we didn't go through everything over our, at our mailbag episode. I don't know if you remember that one. And
got 3 letters.
you got 3 letters out of a staggering 10,000 that came pouring in, and I got them all here. I mean, like, you should see. I'm just pulling up what I could find, on the bottom here. But you got a staggering amount of letters.
Yeah, a couple of those aren't even in envelopes.
No, they're just loose. Well, I had to open all of them to make sure that you weren't in danger.
Well, I appreciate that, and that's what makes you a grade A member of this team.
Well, James, don't hold on to that for too long, because I've got something for you. I don't know if you made any observations during this holiday season. Something.
Did I make any observations? I suppose I've made a number of observations.
Well, that's good. It means your peepers are still working. But have you made a specific observation? Something maybe missing under your tree?
Yeah, gifts. Do you know that I received 0 gifts this Christmas? And look, I'm not a guy that needs presents.
You received
but I'll tell you what,
gifts?
I have received 0 gifts. And I'll tell you what, I am 34 years old. The days of needing or wanting gifts have truly come and gone. But I will say,
it's nice.
It's an interesting feeling when you receive no gifts for Christmas.
This Christmas
I had a
sucks.
crappy Christmas. It was a crappy Christmas.
Well, hold on. Okay, so
I sat at home. I thought to myself, I did this last year. I'm used to it. This Christmas was crappier than last Christmas.
This Christmas stunk. I got a few gifts, though, however, because I have those who love me. But, James, what I'm trying to get at is that there was a little something missing under that tree, and it was a gift from me. Yes, I apologize, but there is a reason to my madness, and my reason, I will tell you right now. I have something very special for you. Obviously,
you said that you had to come on off the top because you got an announcement.
I'm very, very excited about this. Obviously, I'm very busy today, so for logistical reasons, I cannot be on the show longer than the allotted time slot that I'm currently on right now. But I'm very thankful for this because I have news.
Okay.
There is a very certain someone that has been aching to get onto this program and to meet you. They have been in communique with you, and I know you have been somewhat reluctant. They obviously were very busy with their Christmas bash. I don't know if you remember the name of it.
I don't remember the name, but I know exactly who you're talking about, or at least I feel fairly certain I know who you're talking about. Would you like to do the honors, Dimitri, and spill the beans?
I've done it so many times.
Well, I feel like you do such a good job of providing this person's nicknames and accomplishments that I would certainly not do them the justice that you do.
But you're so familiar with the name at this point in time. All right, I'll just say it. James, I am honored, and you should be honored, because one of my idols and this show's greatest heroes has agreed to come on the show tonight, to talk to you face to face. And of course, this person is renowned fetish play event planner and legendary ass conductor Axel Hunter.
Yeah,
is going to be
forgive my lack of excitement, but I've been hearing this a lot all month long throughout December. You said that he's going to be here before the holidays. He's going to be here. James, he invited you to his Christmas bash. You're telling me he had a Christmas bash, didn't get canceled?
No. That person does not believe in diseases, and he is here this evening. I mean, he's got that little gap, right? Of course, between two massive extravaganzas, Christmas and New Year's. So he's got a little bit of time right now, and well, after a lot of begging on my part, I finally had this person agree to be on the program this evening.
You're telling me that Axel Hunter is going to be here tonight?
I would bet my nut on it.
Just the one?
That's all I have left.
All right, so I should look forward to speaking to fetish event planner and legendary ass conductor Axel Hunter later on tonight.
You can bet your nut on it as well, James.
All right. Well, I certainly hope that he's not offended to be here, considering I openly declined his party invitation numerous times.
Well, I'm willing to bet my bottom dollar anyway that
You're not this time.
well, I've already bargained that one, so I'm running out of
Right.
things assets. Unless, well, anyway, listen, James, I bet something anyway that this person is here because they have a grievance because you have repeatedly denied their invitations.
Well, I suppose I should let you get back to work as I anxiously await for Axel Hunter's alleged appearance tonight.
Be kind and be very nice. It's an honor that we even get to
When
have this
am I
person
not
on the
kind
show.
to the guests?
I don't know. Sometimes you can get a little ornery, and I can tell right now because you were a naughty little boy and you didn't get any presents this
I
year.
wasn't naughty. I was not naughty.
Well, the jury's out on that. I'll let
How
Joe
dare
Conto
you?
and
If there's anything that I am not, especially during the holiday season, it's naughty. I'm as clean as they come.
Okay, well, maybe I misspoke. I'll leave that to your two other guests. Maybe they could, help with that question this evening.
All right, so this is going to be the overarching topic tonight. Has James been naughty this Christmas?
It's not up for me to say. I like you a lot, but one of my huge idols, Axel, seems to have an issue with you. So,
Well, coming in for the chat right now, legendary viewer, high score run, quote, James was so bad he didn't even get coal.
you didn't.
I got the viewers turning on me now.
You couldn't even be bothered to get a coal in your stocking. Listen, okay, you're going through a hard time right now, and maybe Axel could help you out. Listen, this person is very well connected. So, anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I've got a lot to do. Have a great show, and be nice, James. Be nice.
Yeah, I will do my best. Thank you, Dimitri. I guess, look, on behalf of Dimitri and all of his tireless work, and I use that term awfully loosely, Axel Hunter is making his first appearance ever on this show much later on. I feel the need to preemptively clean my palate by welcoming a guest who I'm excited to welcome, who I love when this person arrives on the show. We're going to find out based on everyone's opinion tonight. Have I been naughty this holiday season? This is the new theme of the show tonight. Let's please welcome back to the program. It's the one, it's the only, it's Lisa Palmieri. Lisa, happy post-holidays. How are you?
Happy post-holidays. I'm sad that you're sad.
Look, I go through the post-holiday blues every year. Sadness, not a feeling that I feel that often. I can feel empty. I can feel low. But, once the holidays come and go, it's like, now what?
You got to put up the Christmas lights.
I feel like if I put them up after, see, this is the thing, right? You got this humble little tree. You're keeping Christmas alive. I feel like I'm forcing Christmas if I keep the lights on.
I see what you're saying.
And then every time I unplug them after Christmas, it's like a dagger in the heart every single time.
It hurts. It hurts to remove that Christmas tree.
See, you get it, right? You get it.
And you love Christmas. You've always been obsessed with Christmas.
Yes.
And you had
It's my one and only obsession. It's my one and only obsession.
One and only obsession. And Coke.
Yeah, well, I do love. Well, let's be clear what we're talking about. We're talking about Coca-Cola and not the
and you got the good stuff.
Yeah, not the booger sugar, as they say. Now, Lisa, you're coming to us live from what looks to be your pajamas, correct or incorrect?
No. Well, yeah, these are. My pants are.
Yeah.
This is like I'm at home, but I still want to be classy look.
Okay. So we've got a half and half. We've got classy up top, pajamas on the bottom. You're having a nice, relaxed night, I can gather. So I want to thank you for taking the time to be on this show while enjoying what looks to be, I'm going to assume, a cup of tea.
It is.
Wonderful. Now, I feel like you've earned this relaxation because from what I understand, based on our conversations, it's been an up and down holiday season as you fight through the concerns of having COVID-19. So, Lisa, for the viewers watching at home, yay or nay, are you infected with the disease?
I am not infected with the disease. Knock on wood. Evil eye, malocchio, everything.
Yeah. Now, if anyone's going to give the malocchio to an illness, it's you, right?
That's true. That's true.
Do you have the red peppers all around your apartment trying to fend off any bad vibes?
I have a lot of, look, there's one right there if you can see it over the Christmas tree.
Yeah, look, above the humble Christmas tree is a humble set of peppers. Now, Lisa, for the uneducated and maybe the unwashed, would you like to let people know what the red peppers signify in Italian culture?
So the red pepper is like, the Greeks have the evil eye. We have
the mati. It's called the mati.
The mati, it's called. Really?
Yes.
Interesting. The
Mhm.
mati.
Yeah,
It's
their symbol, like yours, instead of the red pepper, is just a black olive.
it's basically just a kalamata.
Yes, it's a kalamata to get rid of the mati.
No, us it's a pepper.
Yep.
And I have two of these bad boys
Mhm.
right here, a golden one and a red one. And
Okay.
that means when you feel like you have the negative vibes, you do like this to people.
Yeah. I like this. Yeah, so this is to give someone the malocchio.
No, this is to remove. You feel like, okay, like, oh my God, James, you went on vacation. You're so lucky.
Mhm.
I went on vacation.
Now, how am I supposed to? That feels very disturbed and sinister.
I'm looking deep into your soul. I went on vacation.
Yeah, even though we're separated by screens, no one has looked at me that close to my face in almost 2 years. Now, if someone is doing that to me, do I do this to?
Yeah.
Does this fends off the malocchio?
Hiya. Or you feel like someone doesn't like you for absolutely no reason. They're just being a douchebag. Hiya.
So this fends off or gives them the
Fends
malocchio?
off. Fends
Okay.
off. No,
Okay. So look,
nobody wants to give. Sometimes people don't give. They give it on purpose, not on purpose.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to know that we're not having those people on the program tonight. But now you've given people a true lesson in Italian culture of how to fend off the malocchio, aka the evil eye curse.
And if you feel like you have a headache, then there's like a whole other process to get rid of that involves olive oil and water. But that's a whole other conversation.
Okay, yeah, we don't want to give all your secrets away today, so we'll save some of them for next time. But Lisa, you took a bunch of tests, COVID tests to be more specific, before the holiday season. So it sounds like your Christmas was in danger of also being crappy.
Yes, it was. I was taking a freaking stupid scientific lab fucking test every day. They were wild, these tests.
Yeah. Now, I haven't used any of them, but I saw a video that you posted on Instagram where you were filming yourself looking at it. You were swearing at the test.
Yes, I said, do I look like a fucking scientist?
Yeah, a lot of emphasis on that F word. Yeah.
Yes, because I was confused. And then they give you these instructions that come in a paper about this big, and the writing's about this big. And they're like, enjoy, take the test. As if life didn't have enough anxiety right now.
Yes.
I got my binoculars to look at this goddamn instruction booklet.
Now, I like the way that you pronounce binoculars. You really hit the bi in a strong way, the binoculars.
You're right. It's binoculars, eh?
But you know what? Look, you say it how you wish. Tomato, tomato, right?
Pecan. It's the same thing.
So you ended up coming up negative. So you got to spend Christmas at home. How was that for you?
So it was nice, but I was just anxious the whole time. So I think I might as well have just stayed home, to be honest.
Right. Okay. So were you anxious that your family were carriers of the COVID-19 virus?
No, because I thought, because I found out that night when I was with my parents that my friend who I had seen on Thursday was positive for COVID. So that's when I lost my shit, and I had already 2 masks on. So I'm like, I need to get out of here, you know? And I'm like, I'm just going to leave. And my brother's like, no, don't leave. Like, you're already here anyways. If you infected anybody, it already happened,
Yeah. Well, did you find a way to make the most of the holiday season? Because again, tonight is advertised as the holiday hangover episode. When it was all said and done, when Christmas came and went, did you feel relieved that it was over? Because I had a sense of relief at the end of the night. It's like, I have nothing to feel bad about anymore. It's just over.
You're so right. There was that. And I think it's so weird because Christmas movies are very important to me. And all week I was watching Harry Potter rather than watching Christmas movies. So I was very dark. That's where I was mentally. And like this.
You were in a bad place. You were in a bad place.
Yeah.
Now, is it possible that someone put a malocchio on you?
On the world, James.
On the world? Okay, we're behind the 8 ball here, Lisa. This feels like this is turning into a conspiracy theory episode.
On the world.
Oh my goodness. This is now becoming we're going back to Halloween here. Can I ask you something, Lisa? Off the top of the year, you were on our New Year's resolution episodes.
Oh yeah.
Now, do you have any resolutions going into 2022?
Yes.
Now, do you dare share them with us?
I want to try comedy for real. I want to take a comedy writing class, like a comedian class.
A comedian class where you want to take some comedic writing. I think that's a great idea.
Thank you. really stressful, and it gets me very fearful in my eyes. But I guess you know that expression. What scares you is blah blah blah.
Yeah. Now, are you looking to begin writing comedy or to perform again?
Perform and write. So write
Yeah.
all of my ideas in my head and try to make a bit of it, like kind of actually have a bit and actually have a set, and then one day perform in 2029, apparently.
Now, no, it'll be before. Lisa, don't get down, right? I want to cleanse you of the bad energy there. Now, Lisa, look, we go way back, right? We go way back now.
We do.
I saw your beginnings as a prospective improviser way back when. Did this get heartfelt all of a sudden?
Like, I meant that hit the corazon, you know?
Yeah,
like,
it hit, which means the heart, right?
Yes, also
it means the heart. Lisa, I think that there's something to some type of solo character piece. I think that you're very capable of that.
Yeah.
I think you could do something alone, not with other people. I think you take the stage alone. You put together something 5 to 10 minutes long. I think you lean into what makes you, you, and I think it would make the audience laugh.
I hope so. I think so. I'm like, that's what I'm trying to figure out, you know?
Well, I think that the fact that you're putting this out there into the universe, not to get kind of spacey with it, right?
Yeah.
What's stopping you, right? What's stopping you?
Nothing.
It's not like there's a lot of shows to worry about missing right now.
That's true. That's true. You're right. I could start writing right now. It's just the fear, you know? It's that fear that stops you all the time.
Yeah.
That it's not gonna be good enough, and then you're gonna fail.
Yeah, but look, come on. Lisa, you're a super talent.
I can't. Thank you.
I thought you were going to say I can't deny it. And you shouldn't.
I can't accept it. I can't accept it. Thank you.
We should be as liberal to celebrate our successes and talent as we are to put ourselves down and criticize our own work.
You're right. You're fucking right. Excuse my language.
That's fine. You've been cursing all segment.
And then at the end, after 17 curses, I'm so sorry, by the way.
I think you do something audience interactive. Maybe you play around with this idea of the malocchio.
That's not a bad idea.
You go up to people, maybe you curse some people, maybe you absolve people of their other curses, right?
I actually wanted to learn to do the curse this year, and I forget, and it's a common thing that we forget.
Okay, the curse?
It's a common thing that we forget how to remove the curse every Christmas. You have to do it the 24th at midnight, and it's a common thing that we forget.
Okay, now did you absolve yourself of the curse this 24th of December or no?
I forgot.
You forgot? Lisa, I think the best thing to do right now is absolve yourself of the curse. Absolve all of us. Because I don't know if you heard off the top, there's rumors going around that I was naughty this year.
You know, it's not that I believe it, but if someone ruins your Christmas, I don't know what you'd be able to do.
I need you to absolve me. Yeah, keep going. Yeah. Can I feel like we need some type of backing track with this.
You do.
We need a bit of Toto Cotugno.
Look at you. You always wing one out of the hat, eh, James?
Wait, I never heard that term before. Wing one out of the hat. Is that an Italian term? Wing one out of the hat. Now, I want to say, coming in from the chat right now, we've got, quote, "You were so naughty, you became the Grinch." Now, people are saying that I'm the Grinch. Also coming in from the chat, quote, "I disagree, James. You were naughty and you lied to Santa about liking Kelly Clarkson." Now, here's the thing. I don't like Kelly Clarkson Christmas music. We had Santa Claus on the show. Santa Claus mentioned that he liked it. There's a lot of nasty rumors going around that I said I liked it. All I did was say that she had a variety of, I could never bring myself to lie, but I didn't want to tell Santa I didn't like it. People spread nasty rumors about me.
Shit. But Kelly Clarkson, there's one good song, no?
The Christmas music?
Yeah.
I can't. I've heard her music too much that I'm over and out.
I get it.
Now, Lisa, you got to wake up real early tomorrow, right?
7 a.m.
Now, tell us what's going on. Now, we didn't plan these questions, and I don't know. This is an invasive one. What's going on tomorrow morning?
Oh, well, I have an audition at 9 a.m. and I need to be like completely awake for 2 hours before, like I need my face to be alive.
This is exciting. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take whatever.
You understand.
I get it. Yeah. The only, I feel like if I walked up to people on the street and did this, someone would punch me in the neck.
Yeah. Put it in your pants. Do it in your pants. No one sees you in your pants.
Yeah, do it in your pants. No one sees it when it's in your pants. Some important words to live by, courtesy of Lisa Palmieri on the show tonight.
Grab another one out of the hat.
Yeah, grab another one out of the hat. Lisa, look, I wish you nothing but the best for this upcoming audition. Do you think you're going to nail it? Yes or no?
I hope yes. Yes, I will nail it.
All right. Is this English or French?
French.
French?
But I think it's rôle muet. There's like maybe like it's more action based.
All right. Is this for stage, film, or TV?
For a commercial.
It's for a commercial. So for TV, look, I think you're going to get it.
Let's pray.
Look, I think we've accomplished something tonight, Lisa.
I think we did a lot of good stuff, and I really missed you, James. I have to say it loud and proud.
Likewise.
I really missed you, brother.
Look, I'll tell you what, Lisa, you and me, we go ways back, right? We go ways back. We go ways back, and it's important that people who go ways back are able to reconnect every now and then over a program that happens on the internet every few days.
In front of people.
Well, Lisa, I'll say this. I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I want to let you go to do whatever rehearsing you want to do, or if it's just going to bed by your tiny Christmas tree. Yeah. But I do want to say I've really enjoyed having you back on the show, and let's do it again soon, okay?
You too, James.
Lisa, one of the all-time greats, confirmed by me.
You're the best.
No, you. I insist. That's Lisa Palmieri as we hear. I'm going to assume it's Toto Cutugno or some type of copyright-free Italian music that we found off of YouTube. Now, I've been saying all night long that we will be back on Wednesday and Friday, and we will be. Who's going to be here this upcoming Wednesday? It's the one and only Mr. Andrew Asaf. You come see me, you come see Mr. Asaf, all of us, and so much more. What's going to happen on Friday? Are you out there saying, well, James, you can't do a show? Not on New Year's Eve? I did a Rock and Talkin' Christmas Eve. If I do a Rock and Talkin' Christmas Eve, you don't think that I'm going to do a New Year's Eve? 9 o'clock at night, nobody's partying. Nobody's going to be partying at midnight unless you're on the naughty list. Let's join our next guest who really had himself a journey this holiday season, and he's here to tell us all about it as part of tonight's holiday hangover. He's back from Mexico. He's the one, and he's the only, Joe Conto. Joe, it's good to see you again.
Hey, I thought I was on last. I'm happy to see you. For some reason, I got it mixed up.
Oh, don't even worry about it. Now, Joe, you're freshly shaved here today. You're coming in trim, and I like that.
Yeah. You like that?
Yeah, at first I saw you, and I thought maybe Joe went too short on this beard.
Oh, I don't think so. I think it is real good. Is real good.
And I'll tell you what, after I stared at you more and more without your knowing, I thought, he didn't go too short at all. But I'll tell you what, I thought I went too short recently.
I don't know what to tell you. You know who cut my beard?
Well,
baby.
What? Yeah, it was your barber that you go to when you're in Mexico, who you were unknowingly referring to as Baby the entire time of your first haircut.
No, in my defense, I thought his name was Baby. Yeah. Because he said his name was Baby, but it was actually JB because that's his nickname, because he's Jorge the Barber, or Jorge, whatever the word for barber.
Well, you went to see Jorge the Barber because you were in Mexico. Joe, how did this trip compare to the last time you went where the pool pantsed you and you fell onto the pavement?
Oh, my knee. Remember my knee? Oh, it's still discolored. It's still a different color. And I stayed at the same hotel. Damn it. Every day I kept looking at that thing that took my pants off the pool. And I kept looking, I got to take a picture of that for James, because I wanted to send you a picture of all the
talking about a picture of the pool and not what the pool did, right?
No, you're not going to see my bare body, but here's the point. I didn't get around to it, but I used that same ladder to get out of the pool multiple times, but I did it more conservatively this time. I didn't try to take 2 rungs at a time.
Yeah.
The gravity, if nobody knows, the gravity of the water pulled my pants right down, and then I was at the top rung with no pants at all, because you've been everybody's been naked, right?
And I'll tell you what, this has a happy ending because you were still welcomed back into the country of Mexico.
Yeah, they were perfectly happy. They're perfectly happy to have me back. Now, there's only one thing. Well, this isn't that weird. It was kind of interesting. I went to this place called Escuerdo, where they make this really great grilled chicken. Like, I love Portuguese chicken. You know this, right, James? Anyway, so they make a Mexican version of it at this place. It's out in a neighborhood. And,
yeah, the way you were looking at me, I don't know if you're giving me the evil eye or not.
No, I was giving you the chicken eye.
All right, yeah.
So,
otherwise known as the pervert's eye.
Anyway, see, this is what gets you on that naughty list. Okay, accusations. So, so I was on the way back to my hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I'll tell this and I'll backtrack. But I was on the way back to my hotel and had to go to the bathroom real bad. But I was in a
one or two.
What's up?
One or two.
One. Which brings me to another thing. My Metamucil got confiscated on the way down. On the way down, my bag went through and they go, we got to take a look at this. I go, okay. I don't know what I could possibly have in there. I was thinking I might have brought fingernail clippers or something, but I didn't. And he pulls out my Metamucil and I go, I get a big one because it's less. And I have IBS, everybody. So I was like, oh yeah, that's just my Metamucil. I got IBS. I don't care. And he goes, and he opened it up and he looked at it and he goes, we can't. I go, no. What if I go, do they have Metamucil in Mexico? And he was like, that is no concern of mine, sir. So I couldn't bring my Metamucil. Anyway, so number 2 was not out of the question, but this was just number 1. And I walk by, in neighborhood areas in a place like Mexico, they have hostels, right? And I was traveling this time in sort of a backpacker way a lot. I took buses and, pardon me, and other forms of public transportation and stuff because, James, I'm getting to an age where I thought, I don't know how many years I have left where I would be want to travel that way anymore. And I wanted to see a bunch of cities and I didn't want to spend an enormous amount of money. I said, you know what, if I were 25 and I did this, I would simply get on a bus or get on in a collectivo, which is like just a minivan that you wait for on the side of the road and take it. I go, that's the way I'm going to do it because I want to see a lot. And in 5 years, I may not want to do this, or I don't know what the future holds. So I did it this way. So I felt very comfortable about being sort of a different type of traveler, So I was walking by all these hostels in like backpacker and student hostels and that sort of thing. I thought, well, I fit in. I'm going to go into one of these and just use their bathroom because I know I've stayed in hostels when I was younger. And there's always a bathroom off the side thing. So there were a couple of them. I go, oh, this looks like a good one. It looks a little bit cleaner than the others. So I go in, and James, I fell in love with this place. It was so cool. I was like,
bathroom?
No, just a hostel. The look of it, I go, this is a real funky hostel. It's real funky. I go, oh, and they have like a living room set up, and in the living room there was like a chandelier. And I was like, what a funky hostel. And I kept going back on a hallway toward going, the bathroom must be back here. And I looked on the walls and I go, oh, this must be all the people who've stayed at the hostel. Some of them were old, like grandma age, and some were little babies. And I was like, gosh, what a funky hostel.
Is there any famous names on there?
No, no.
Like you look a little close and you say, hey, look, Robert Blake stayed here.
No, these people were all absolutely Mexican people.
Okay. So you're saying that there's probably no chance that Robert Blake stayed there? No,
Robert Blake didn't stay at the hostel this was in Playa del Carmen. Anyway, so I walked by one room that was the kitchen. I go, oh, this must be the communal kitchen. And I poke in, and it's really interesting because there are people eating like at a table. And I look closer and I'm like, those are the same people from the pictures I just passed. I'm in somebody's private home. I thought it was a funky hostel.
So you walked into someone's home?
Not only did I walk in, but I walked around their home.
And did anyone see you?
The kitchen people saw me. And there's only one thing I know in Spanish, and it's lo siento, which means I'm sorry, because that's what I have to mostly say there.
You
So
were a
I just-
home invader?
Yeah. Yep.
First, they throw your Metamucil away, and then you have to get back to the people of Mexico by breaking and entering into someone's home to go to their washroom.
Could you imagine though? Because again, this isn't in a tourist area. These are just people, very nice people from their reaction.
Yep.
They were not mean to me. But you're just having lunch, and like there's an abuela there and little kids, and there's a baby, and there's me walking in, and I learned that the average person of Mayan descent, man, is 5'4", and I was in Mayan areas a lot.
You were gargantuan to
I
them.
was enormous because they're, the Mayan people are not only short, but they're diminutive. They're just small version. You know what I'm saying. And
they're shorter people. It's fine.
But not only are they short, but they're also like proportionally smaller. You know what I mean? And I'm neither of those things. So like you could probably fit 5 Mayan people in me. You know what I mean? I don't know what that means.
This comment like that's going to get you on the naughty list.
If I was hollow. No, if I was completely hollow, I don't know. Like if there was like a super.
Joe, you're talking about fitting people inside of you. Lisa's talking about keeping your hands inside your pants. Everyone comes on this, they say that I'm naughty. Joe, the only way this story is really going to please me is if after you found out you were in someone's home, you still decided to start serving yourself food.
No, I left, but I didn't want to run out because I thought that would be suspicious. So I just kind of sauntered out. Though I did find, James,
you didn't want to be suspicious at that point?
Yeah, I thought I would just walk out in the same sort of innocent manner that I walked in, wide-eyed,
The chat right now, High Score Run writes, he's still there. Which, yeah, you've settled in. You've got yourself a brand new home and family now.
They're lovely. We had a very great Feliz Navidad, as we call it here, with my new culture. So, I don't know. But I'll tell you what, James.
So the first time you went, let's recap. The first time you went, the pressure of a pool pulled your bathing suit off of your body, exposing yourself to everyone else at the hotel.
And then I had to get out of the pool on my hands and knees. Remember that part?
Which is just horrific. Then you fell over onto the street.
I didn't fall over. The streets are not perfect, and there was just this thing in the street.
Oh, you can admit it. You had been drinking that night.
No, it wasn't nighttime. It was daytime. And I was riding a bicycle, and I was looking at this mural of Frida Kahlo. Frida Kahlo? You know what I'm talking about, the famous artist. And I was just sort of, I was like, I'm enjoying the culture of Mexico. And then I hit this thing and I fell off my bike and my knee hurts so bad. You
fell off your bike, and now fast forward a couple months later, you broke into someone's home to urinate.
Yeah.
But on the upside, you kept your pants on.
Which is good. But I didn't get to urinate. And that was tough. It was tough.
Well, Joe, I know that you had intended to come home on Christmas Day, and what I found out off air is that you spent the entire day traveling due to canceled flights.
Yeah, I was going to say, I had like 13 days. James, I had the best time. I met such nice people. I saw such beautiful stuff. I was in the ocean. Oh, what a great time.
It sounds like a very nice way to spend the holidays.
Really great. And I had, I traveled with friends, but we were in different places. So when I would move to a different town, like one of them would be there and then we'd all be together in another town. We were all doing our own thing, which was great because I like to be.
You like to peel off.
Yeah, I like to be alone sometimes, right? So, and you also know that I'm a very anxious person, right? And, or nervous, I spent 13 days with zero anxiety. It was.
Even without the Metamucil?
They sell it.
There you go.
Yeah, so I got some there. So at any rate, but nothing bothered me, and everything just kind of rolled one thing into the other, and Even though it was really set up to be a more stressful trip because I was doing it in a difficult way, taking public transportation, and I don't speak the language and all that. But I saw such, anyway, it was real great. Christmas morning, I wake up. The minute I realized I got to travel all day, I feel it. I feel it come back. And I went, well, it was a nice respite, but my non-specific anxiety, just this idea of being slightly upset for no reason.
Yep.
So what do you do? And then the day really was, I did go to the beach on Christmas morning. I got no complaints about this trip. There I was. The place I stayed was so nice. Had breakfast with these people from Montreal. There were people staying there. I met Quebecers all over the place. At any rate, then we started getting a series of canceled flights, and I ended up on Christmas at 10:15 that night. The last flight we were supposed to get was canceled, so I was stuck in Washington until 10:15 the next night. So
did
yesterday,
you stay in the airport all night?
No, there was a Hilton Garden Inn where it was about 1,000 degrees in the room. This was not great. I still don't have any complaints. I refuse to complain about this. But I spent the entire day yesterday back at the airport because I thought I could fly standby at 11:20 a.m. It didn't work, blah, blah, blah. And I just wandered around the airport for 12 hours. And I was getting antsy about that. Finally got home last night. Point is, finally I got home last night, 1:30 a.m. My bed never felt so good. James,
it's a Christmas miracle, Joe.
Christmas miracle. And then today, around 6 o'clock tonight, I look around and I go, you know what? I did exactly what I did yesterday and hated it today and loved it. 12 hours, sat on my couch, looked at my phone, didn't do a damn thing, took a nap here and there. I thought I did this yesterday and I was upset about it. Today I'm doing it and I love it.
Look at that. We've come full circle here, Joe.
Yeah.
This is about as full circle as it gets. You can't have a segment on this show with Joe Conto unless you get a happy ending. But prior to that, the journey of that happy ending is a series of what could be construed as like either mildly or wildly embarrassing moments.
Yeah. Most of my life is an embarrassing moment. Oh, but I did have a couple of things on the flight last night. This shows you that vacation Joe Conto is much more charming than regular Joe Conto. The flight attendant on my way off, because she knew I liked Biscoff cookies so much.
Those cookies are delicious.
She saved me a Biscoff cookie and snuck it to me as I left the flight.
Did you get a number?
I didn't. Let me think. Do people ask flight attendants for their number anymore?
Why not? You got to shoot your shot sometimes.
I know.
Joe.
Well, I wonder.
She gave you the cookie.
Oh, I wonder, James. I felt a connection. Anyway, maybe I'll just take that flight again just to see if she's working it again.
Imagine that. If you could have been getting those cookies all night long, my friend.
Pretty great, right?
Yeah.
I love that movie Coco. I've talked to you about it before. It's a Pixar film, and I've told you to watch it. I'm sure you've refused, but
I have no recollection of this conversation ever taking place.
I cried when I watched it on the airplane. Do you remember?
Yeah, vaguely. Yeah.
Another part of the embarrassment of it. Anyway, I went to the town where Coco, like the Pixar film, was based in a town, and they based that town on this town called Valladolid. And I went there, and I was like, I'm living a Coco lifestyle. That was one thing I wanted to tell you. Also, when I was on the airplane, the guy next to me had his laptop open. He was watching one of these Christmas movies on Netflix. I find out later it's called A California Christmas, Part 2.
It sounds like kind of a Hallmark style film.
Yeah, it's exactly that, but it wasn't Hallmark.
You could have had your own Hallmark movie moment if you asked the stewardess for the phone number.
The snow would have come down in the form of sleet.
Could you imagine if you opened the cookie wrapper and the phone number was inside? Joe, can you open up that? I want you to eat that cookie right now. Do it like ASMR, though. Do it like ASMR. I feel like I'm,
what's his name, eating, opening up the golden ticket, Charlie Bucket.
Yeah. Really hey, do it like ASMR.
Okay. The microphone.
Get real close.
Can you hear it? No.
We heard it. We heard it. People's senses are in overdrive right now due to that salacious moment that you provided us.
You guys, you got to get these cookies.
We have them. I love them. I eat them with my tea.
What makes them so good?
I don't know.
Here's the
It's a
point.
very unusual flavor, but I'm into it.
This is brown sugar.
Yeah.
But so the guy on Netflix, guess who comes on his screen is a former student of mine, Laura James. You know, I teach at a very small school, so you know the kids really well. She was there for 4 years, and she's in an internet, not an internet, what do you call it? A Netflix movie called A California Christmas, I think. She plays like the mean, you know, there's always the nice girl, and then there's a mean one who tries to break up the relationship.
Sure.
So she played that. So I got to, this guy, I'm sure was very happy to hear it. After it was over, I go, you know, that girl, I got to tell him that, and I taught her improv. So basically, I taught her how to be an actress.
Look, so this is all to say that, folks, if you want to be a star, there's only one person that you should go to.
Oops, go this way. Joe Cano. That's right. Yeah.
I set you up there, Joe. I understand that you've got one thing left on your phone that you'd like to share. I feel like if I shoo you off of this, you're going to be heartbroken.
Well, just a pitch.
I want to hear your look. I'm all about, look, in the new year, we want to take it up a notch, get a little dynamic. What are your pitches, Joe?
Okay, one pitch. I think that you, not necessarily with me, but other people who are around your age, I think it would be very interesting to see what you guys are starting to feel. Because I remember when I was your age, I started to feel like I was growing out of certain things, like, oh, I can't do that anymore, whatever that is. And you were talking about it earlier. We were in a conversation earlier and somebody else was talking about that. I wonder if I'm too old for that. And I go, oh, that's interesting to be in your early 30s, what I think is so young.
Yep.
It's already being like, oh, am I just at that edge of I'm starting to grow out of this chapter? And I think it'd be a super interesting segment. The other one, this is a little bit larger. It could be a segment, but I think it could be a podcast on its own, James.
Okay.
What if you and I, and maybe whoever, get a panel and we watch an episode separately of The Littlest Hobo?
Oh.
And then we come on and then we talk about the episode. You know, we've done this, other people have done this for other shows, right? I listened to a podcast where they did this for the Gilmore Girls.
Yeah,
I really like the Gilmore Girls.
You're saying that we do a recap of a Littlest Hobo episode. I like that. You know, that
I like
CanCon.
They have like there's over 100 Littlest Hobos out there. And we do a recap show of Littlest Hobo. And I watched one today, and boy, oh boy, it's ready for a recap. It's real great.
Joe, I like it. You're 2 for 2 right now.
Yeah, because I went to so many towns and had stories in each town when I was in Mexico. Earlier today, somebody I know who lives in, what's the name? It's way north of Toronto. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. Timmington?
There's a Timmins, Ontario.
Timmins, Ontario. Yeah, they live in Timmins. And they said, you were the littlest hobo of Mexico, because I would go from town to town and help people.
Yeah.
And I thought,
and every stop you make a new friend.
Yeah, well, because the road keeps calling me.
Yeah. Maybe tomorrow I'll want to settle down. Until tomorrow, Joe just keeps moving on. That's a great ending to this segment.
It's really great. And it was fun. And I'm sorry you didn't have a great Christmas, James. There's always next year. Always next year.
That's right? The thing about Christmas is there's always another one unless I croak before Christmas.
That's the name of our Hallmark Christmas.
Croaking before Christmas.
Croak before Christmas.
And then that's when people go, oh, well, it would have been nice. James sure does love Christmas.
Well, this will be our first Christmas without James.
Joe, we've done it again.
Yeah, we did.
Joe?
Yes, sir.
I love you.
I love you so much. You know that.
Let's get back on here soon, and maybe you'll make an appearance in Canada.
Yeah, I hope to. Okay, bye.
All right. Thank you, Joe.
Yes.
That's Joe Conto. Folks, you like when I sing the Littlest Hobo theme song? I thought it was an unbelievable performance. I can't move on with this show until I acknowledge a couple things that I've seen in the chat. Now, I should have mentioned this to Joe before he was on air. Coming in from Taylor Ray, okay, we've got, quote, I feel like Joe is our own personal Larry David with a dash more slapstick. And that is true, right? It's not often that Larry David on Curb Your Enthusiasm falls over into the street. I also would be remiss if I didn't mention that he's back for the first time in almost a month It's Sid Rock, a man of his word, disappeared during all of our holiday programming. I hope that one day I could, by some stretch of the imagination, be as strong-willed in my conviction as that man is. A man of many names. Chief political correspondent of the show, Dave's best friend. He had his jersey retired on this effing show. That's Sid Rock. We're glad to have him back. A very nice amount of viewers tonight. I appreciate it. I hope that you appreciate what we're doing because we appreciate that you appreciate it. And now it's time for the moment that I at least dare to say some of you have been waiting for. I'm not waiting for this. In fact, I'm a little nervous. If you are a fan of this show, you know that Dimitri Kiras has talked this person up a variety of times. They are notorious for being an erotic party planner or a self-described ass conductor. Let's welcome to the show for the first time ever, because it doesn't happen too much anymore where we have a first-time guest alert. Please welcome Axel Hunter. The hell is this? Mr. Hunter, it's nice to make your acquaintance.
It's a pleasure to make yours as well, James.
Well, I feel like this is a long time coming, and not necessarily in the way that you might come to know that term. Dimitri has talked about you at length for months on end, and I have to say that his description of you is certainly living up to snuff. It certainly doesn't offend me at all. Are you wearing a leather duster right now?
The longest duster I can find. It reaches all the way to the bottom of the ground. Cleans up debris as I strut around my cathedral of pleasure.
All right, well, let's touch on that in a second. You're also wearing what looks to be some type of outlaw cowboy hat, but with sunglasses.
Indeed.
Best suited for a jet ski ride, maybe?
Bit of a renegade when it comes to matters of pleasure. I do what I please, and I go from town to town, underlining the word town. And you can replace that word with another, more pleasurable word, if you will.
Well, what word would you replace it with?
What would you replace it with, James?
The word town, going town to, I don't know, city, county,
something more pleasurable,
village,
perhaps.
Pleasure, how about going person to person?
That'll do well. It's come to my attention, James, that you have denied my advances over this last couple of months.
Is that what these are? These have been advances on your end? Well, I know that you've been inviting me to your holiday event, if we want to call it that.
Yes. My fuckaganza extravaganza. You were
yeah,
meant
I declined.
To be the
I declined, yes.
Of my pleasure chandelier, dancing around with pieces of reflecting plastic all over your naked body as I shone neon light upon you and you illuminated all the pleasure making on the ground and the rafters up above.
Yes, I respectfully declined.
You were meant to be a sex chandelier, James. It was your destiny.
I declined.
You did. And it only made me want you more. It's come to my attention that you're a bit of a naughty boy.
Well, those are just rumors. I do not believe that I am a naughty boy.
Allegations.
Can I ask you a question?
Please. Yes.
What does it mean to you to be naughty, Mr. Hunter?
What does it mean to be me?
Oh, what does it mean? What does it mean to be naughty?
You misunderstood what I said.
Oh, I understand. You're saying that you are naughty. So what does it mean to be you?
It means to be free.
Mm-hmm.
Free of societal pressures. Free of the judging eye. Free of the mortal fleshy coils that we call a body. To be naughty is to be translucent liquid flowing through people.
What type of liquid are you talking about here?
What would you call it?
Well, it sounds to me that you're having a bit of a hard time with your sunglasses there.
I apologize.
Apology.
They're a little wet.
Wet? Why are your sunglasses wet?
Shh. You'll wake the others.
What others? It looks like you're in an empty church.
I've just finished mass.
You conduct a mass?
A mass orgy.
Yeah, well, I guess this is a perfect segue to this translucent liquid that you talk about flowing through others. Are you talking about semen, Mr. Hunter?
How crude a word you would use, you naughty.
That's a crude word?
How crude a word.
I've read your film synopses and event breakdowns. You use cruder words than that.
So you're familiar with my work.
Well, I've heard of it. I've never enjoyed any of it, nor have I ever watched any of it. I'm not interested.
How could you say that?
Well, I just did.
After all we've been through.
I have been through nothing with you. This is the first time we're meeting, correct?
In a way. But I like to think I've really explored your being.
How so?
I'm a fan of your show, James McGee.
Well, thank you.
And I've watched as your fans and your guests have engulfed and surrounded you. And it's truly something interesting to see a man of your stature garner that much attention.
Wait, what do you mean a man of my stature?
You're quite small, aren't you?
How tall do you think I am?
5.
No, I'm not 5'5".
You're not
Taller than that.
Not small?
No, I'm taller than that. I'm around 5'10".
Oh,
How tall are you?
7.
7 even?
On a good day. And on a bad day, I'm 7 too. It's your definition of bad is different from mine. You'll soon realize.
Yeah, I feel like
words
this
don't
is
mean anything to me.
This is ultimately the crux of where you and I differ, is that I think that we live very different lives and we have very different interests. And that's why, again, I'm not trying to offend you, Mr. Hunter. I'm just not interested in attending any of your galas.
You misunderstood me again.
Okay, well, help me understand.
I am not disappointed. I am enthralled.
Ugh,
Let me ask you a question.
sure. Yeah, any minute now.
I was waiting to see if you would speak first.
Well, I did.
You are eager. I like that. Now for my question.
I'm eager to avoid dead air.
My question.
Please.
Where are your Christmas gifts?
Well, I mentioned this off the top of the show. I actually did not receive any Christmas gifts this year.
Perhaps I had something to do with that.
Would you like to expand on that? You're saying that you were directly responsible for me receiving 0 Christmas gifts this year?
I am not just a renowned fetish play event planner and legendary ass conductor. I'm also good with my tongue and my words.
What does that have to do with gifts?
I've spoken to your beloveds in your life. Told them what a naughty boy you've been. And they agree with Axel Hunter that you are a naughty boy, not deserving of gifts this year. You see,
So you're saying you went around to my friends and family and told them that according to you, I've been naughty and I deserve no gifts.
That's right.
So you ruined my Christmas. and then you expect me to come to one of your events.
Just like
Never-
you ruined my event.
I
look like a
I
fool.
ruined your event? You know, you're a lot less hairy than I would have expected.
I'm silky smooth like that of
Ugh.
the arachnid's lubricant. I
Well,
slip
okay.
and slide.
No, because
in and
I didn't
out.
attend your event, you ruined my Christmas.
That's right.
You're the Grinch.
I'm the Grinch.
Yes.
Well, then what makes you the Grinch?
Well, if you're the Grinch, then I'm Cindy Lou Who.
Rah. She's innocent. You're far worse. You ruined my event and you made me look like a fool.
What, you built your entire event around my presence?
Yes. I had hopes for you, James.
Is everything okay?
I have a pube in my throat.
Oh,
James, I saw a lot of promise in you. You disappointed me.
well, I'm sorry.
All is forgiven.
Well, thank you. I guess, look, if it means anything, I'm not really interested in attending events where pubic hair is getting caught in people's throats. And should you really be having a mass orgy during this outbreak of COVID right now?
I'm immune.
You're immune?
Yes,
How?
because I'm 7 foot tall.
Yeah, but 7'2" on a bad day.
That's right. COVID is very heavy and it sticks to the floor. And I'm
Well,
rich. Listen, James. I like you.
Thank you.
And I've asked much of you, and I understand it is not your way to be like me. Axel Hunter, renowned fetish play event planner and ass conductor.
Can I ask you a question before we start to wind down? You know, I've been familiar with this title that you've got for yourself, but I still don't know what it means to be an ass conductor. Would you like to let us know?
Oh, James. Do you know the Pied Piper?
Well, vaguely. Yeah, he got rid of the rats during the plague.
Yes. He tooted his horn and they all came in numbers and in rows. Let's just say I hum a tune that makes you shake your keister in such a way. Oh, hold on a minute. My DJ is taking a break.
Wait, that music is by way of a DJ?
Yes, DJ in the back.
All right.
And when all the asses get in line, that's when I know. When it comes to asses, James, I take no shit.
All right. Well, look, I've heard enough, Mr.
James,
Hunter.
before I go,
Yes,
I have a request.
please.
Your gifts are not destroyed. They're merely resting in a sexual limbo of my making, a cage, if you will. And I want to ask you something, one last thing.
Is your request that you're going to ask me a question?
You learned your lesson. You weren't so eager as you were before. My request is simple. I will not ask you to be the centerpiece to anything, for I understand when doves bear wings they must fly, and you are an eagle. My request is simple, James. I've had it all in my life, from orgies to bogos to pools of desire and pleasure at the height of Valhalla and in the depths of Hades. But you're the first person to ever deny me a pleasure.
I'm the
simple
first
pleasure.
person to decline your advances?
Yes. Can't you
Wow.
tell I'm irresistible?
Yeah, okay, Desperado.
Simple one thing from you, James, and I'll go.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like a kiss.
Oh,
One kiss from you
no.
on air. Right now. And I will leave you alone forever, James.
No, I decline.
One simple kiss, please.
I'm sorry, I'm not interested.
I'll give you your presents back.
I don't want to kiss you.
All right, then do me something better.
All right, so another request.
Look me in the eyes.
All right.
Say my name in its entirety. And say, despite what you are, and the things you do, I value you.
No,
Please.
I'm not going to say that.
Just say it.
But I don't.
All right, then just say my full name.
Axel Hunter.
Yeah, and my titles.
What is it? Renowned fetish playwright?
No.
What is it again? Right.
Fetish play event planner.
Fetish play event planner and legendary ass conductor, Axel Hunter.
Yes. Now say it one more time.
No!
One last time.
No, I've said it enough.
Please. One last time, James.
No, you have to understand what it's no means no.
So be it. You've done enough.
What?
Ah! I've ascended. You've given me the thing I could never have. And now, I need to die. I've created a pool of that liquid I was beginning to speak
You
about
don't
earlier.
have to end it. This is irrational.
You've given me my final desire, my final treat. Axel Hunter, legendary ass conductor and renowned fetish play event planner. It's time for me to go.
You don't have to do this. I'm sure there are many people that value you.
I'm already gone. I'm drowning. And I'm becoming one. Ah! Ah! Goodbye, James. It's been a treat, my friend. It's been an absolute treat. And remember, stay sexy.
Wow, I think that we just witnessed the death of Axel Hunter, fetish play event planner, and legendary ass conductor who apparently ended his own life. I think he received the ultimate pleasure, and I think he drowned himself in a pool of semen. I hope if he gets out, he's able to keep his bathing suit on, unlike Joe when Joe was in Mexico. Folks, that's our show. There's been a lot of deaths on this show the past calendar year. Hold on, I got to write this down so we can include this in the memoriam of the At Home 2022 awards. Folks, that's our show. It really is the end of the holidays. This is the holiday hangover episodes. We heard about the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I don't know if it gets any uglier than what we just saw. So I suppose rest in peace, Mr. Axel Hunter. I want to thank Joe Conto for being here, as well as Lisa Palmieri. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching. We're going to be back Wednesday as well as Friday. Until then, I am James. You are you. We were here. Good night, goodbye, farewell, and of course, be well.